Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Feel your best and amplify your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/shine26 for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/shine26.
Welcome to the Black Tax. There's an African proverb that says, knowing when persistence no longer serves you, it's time to take a walk. I am a guy who is very persistent in what he wants. I will beat a dead horse and make it get back up and ride another 10 miles if I need to. And if the horse doesn't want to go another 10, then I'm going to walk it, hop it, hitchhike, whatever it takes. I'm not going to give up until I get to the destination that I need to get to. But as we venture down these roads of challenges, ups and downs, some support, no support, doing it alone, there also comes a point where you have to say, this isn't working. And being persistent sometimes is the worst resistance when you know it's time to make a change. I have had partners in the past that have worked, that have not worked, partners who thought that they could step into a situation, take control of it, not knowing that I would walk away in a heartbeat. It's my way or no way. I'm all about compromise, and I am persistent in what I'm focused on. And I'm not easily moved off of my focus because I have painstakingly plotted how to get it done, avenues that can happen, that can take a different direction, but keeping my eye on the prize, never letting go of where I want to get to, always being willing to change the route so long as the route still gets me there. That's persistence. But by banging on a door that will not open, just to keep banging in hopes that it will open, is not a good thing. And so you have to know when and where to call it quits for this piece of the journey, but continue moving through the journey to the next phase. Sometimes this wasn't the phase you needed to do. Sometimes it's the third phase that you should have done second, and then the second phase becomes the third phase. And in this process of defining who you are, reclaiming your identity, one has to constantly look at who I am, why I am, and what I am in my persistence in order to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. It is never easy to change who you are. But over time, one has to change. Rather, one has to grow. One has to evolve as the situations and the careers and the entrepreneurships that we chase shift us into different spaces and places and people who we didn't think we were capable of being, because what it takes to do it, you've got to grow in it. But you have to retain your core identity. Your core identity is the thing that makes you who you are. How many times have you met somebody on the come up and you see the grind they have and the struggle they have and what they want? And when they arrive at a place they think they're successful, how they have changed and how they let money and success and fame change who they are. Is that the person you know? Or is that the person they believe they have to become in order to hold on to what they've become or what they've earned? I'm a man of very few words. I'm a man who makes up his mind, and when I do, I do. And the people who have known me for 30, 40 years know me very well and know the man they met then, my core principles have stayed the same. I don't backbite. I don't turn a blind eye to certain things. I take notes. I keep moving. And if I start moving faster away from you, then so be it. But my identity and retaining the man that I am, the man that I was raised to become, being principled, can never be moved, can never be shaken. It is who I am to the core. And yes, it might sound a little rigid, but by holding on to that identity, I hold on to a personal life. I hold on to a speck of who I am. Because in this world, people's opinions do matter. And we change how we respond to certain people based on their opinion. Sometimes I have to change who I am, or my tone has to change based on the person I'm talking with. I've learned to read rooms and read them well. But I also know that in those rooms that I have to code switch or change to the left or change to the right, that I'm going to be who I'm going to be regardless. But I can also know how to be softer, not so abrasive, how to listen carefully before I respond. Or, my favorite, smile and just say, I don't think that's going to be good for me, but thank you for the opportunity and the time. Easily letting people down, holding on to my morals and my principles without losing them is how I retain my identity. This entrepreneurship shit is a motherfucker. I've been so crazed with trying to make it happen and push things forward and get this done and hit a wall and have to find a solution to get over the wall and finally get over the wall. And it's enough to break anybody. It's enough to break me. But there's something innately inside of me that will not give up. And I wish I knew what it was. I wish I could share the secret. Maybe it's just my tenacity of believing in myself. Maybe it's understanding that my identity is not for sale to the highest bidder. Because everybody thinks everyone has a price, and I will tell you I don't. I don't care how much money you throw at me. If my gut says it's a no, it's a fucking no. I'm in the middle of a deal right now, and they try to back me into a corner. And I was like, well, I appreciate your need for this information. I appreciate your time and your energy. But the document you sent over doesn't meet my needs or my wants or what's best for my digital business. So I'm going to say no to your funding and wish you the best. I hope that someday we might be able to find a place where we could work together, but this is not our time, nor is this the moment. And I sent the email. Baby, when I tell you their attitudes shifted, because they thought that by backing me into a corner, they could come in, swoop in, and control this deal. I will walk away from the deal. If I don't have it, I don't have it. No matter how talented I am, I'll walk away from it. Because if the deal is mine, it's going to stay mine. Nothing's going to change that. But I'm not going to let anybody come in, belittle me, make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, only to make themselves feel powerful. Here's a sidebar. Some of y'all who be reading, and yes, I said be reading, some of y'all who be reading the 48 Laws of Power really think that you can implement that work and nobody knows that's what you're implementing. Like, come on, guys. You got to do better. The book is not designed for you to manipulate people. It's a strategy, like any other strategy. You got to understand what it is, why it is, not try to use it for your benefit or use it to gain a benefit over someone else. I can see through things very quickly. Every time I've told this individual what's going to happen, 48 hours, it comes to fruition. Now, at first he thought it was just a coincidence, but now he realizes it's not a coincidence. It's a gift. It's an act. Because I already know what they're going to do. They showed their hand, and now they're trying to eat the crow and back it up. Oh, that's not what we meant. It's exactly what you meant. Reading is fundamental, and I can read, so I know what I'm doing. But that's because I retained my identity. I retained my core principles. I retained the things instilled by my parents, my grandparents, hell, my great-grandparents, and I've never met them. But that thing, those lessons taught to their children, who have taught it to their children, who I eventually will teach it to my children, are the things that make greatness. The thing that gives light at the end of the tunnel that you can stand proud and tall and never worry about not having or what people will think. Because your identity is strong. Your identity is who you are. People come to rely on it. Just the way they rely the sun comes up every day and sun sets and the moon and the stars appear at night. Your identity is the same thing. And when your identity is consistent, people know they can rely on you. People blindly trust you because they know you. And being in business, chasing the money will make you lose your identity. Will make you do things that you know are morally wrong, but because so much money is involved in it, you want to still do it. Hold on to you. Hold on to what's important to you. Money isn't everything. Yes, with a lot of money, you can do a great many things. But if you lose yourself, think about it. Is the money worth it? Stay woke. We out.